Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome back and a very good afternoon. So today we will be solving the RIMC English paper. Yesterday we had solved the maths as well as the GK paper. Today we will be solving the English paper of the RIMC. This exam was conducted yesterday, that is the 2nd of December, and I hope the students who had appeared, their exams went well. Okay. So we'll be starting with the reading section, section A, which was of 25 marks. The very first question was the passage. So I hope that you are able to see the passage. I'll just zoom it out for you. The passage is about the coral reefs. It says a coral reef is a vibrant and underwater ecosystem formed by the accumulation of calcium carbonate secreted by corals. These remarkable structures are often referred to as the rainforests of the sea due to their unparalleled biodiversity and complex interactions. Coral reefs are found in warm, shallow waters of tropical oceans, where they provide a habitat for an astonishing array of marine life. Corals, which are a tiny animal belonging to the phylum Cnidaria, play a central role in reef formation. They live in a symbiotic relationship with photosynthetic algae known as zooxanthellae, which provide corals with essential nutrients and contribute to the vibrant colors of the reef. Apart from corals, reefs host a diverse assortment of marine organisms. Species of various shapes, sizes, and colors seek shelter and food amidst the corals. From elusive seahorses to impressive sharks, the reef offers niches for a wide range of marine life. Additionally, sponges, mollusks, and echinoderms find their place in this complex ecosystem. Rising sea temperatures lead to coral bleaching, a phenomenon where corals expel their symbiotic algae, causing them to lose color and eventually die. Conservation efforts, including marine protected areas and sustainable fishing practices, are crucial to the survival of these precious ecosystems. In conclusion, coral reefs are captivating ecosystems, teeming with life, contributing to marine biodiversity. Preserving these fragile habitats is not only essential for marine life, but also for the millions of people who rely on reefs for food, tourism, and coastal protection. Okay, so as we have read the paragraph, we are able to understand a few things about the coral, that how is their ecosystem, how are they able to live. We have also studied this in geography about the corals. So basically, if we see the entire paragraph, it is saying that how a coral is made, how it is living in a condition, what are the living conditions, and the third, what are the adverse effects if the coral is bleached, and how they affect the marine habitat. Okay, one by one we will solve all the questions. Okay, the first question says, what is a coral reef and how it is formed? The very first question is, what is a coral reef and how is it formed? The answer to this question lies in the very first line. A coral reef is a vibrant and underwater ecosystem formed by the accumulation of calcium carbonate secreted by the corals. This was a very easy question. Why are coral reefs often referred to as the rainforests of the sea? Why they are referred? Look, you can see over here, they have written rainforest over here. Why they are referred to as rainforest? Because they are unparalleled biodiversity and complex interactions. What do you understand by complex interactions? Complex interaction is nothing but it is in the symbiotic relationship with the algae. So this relationship is a bit complex. It is not simple. Okay. So with the marine habitat, you can say that there are many types of marine aquatic animals. There are sharks. There are different types of fish. There are also many other types of, you can say, there are worms. There are other habitats like echinoderms, Cnidaria. You might have read about this. Mollusca. You might have read about this in the biology. So all these sections, the corals provide a natural habitat and a living habitat. Okay. The second answer lies in the third line only. Where are coral reefs typically found and why do they thrive in these conditions? Look, coral reefs. सबसे पहले, first of all, the corals are found in the tropical region. Second, they are found in the shallow water. Shallow means कम depth वाला पानी. Depth is less. उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं shallow water. Okay. Tropical region means what? The region between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. That is known as the tropical region. Region between Tropic Cancer and Capricorn. Shallow depth as well as in warm waters. Warm waters. Obvious. अगर tropical region की बात कर रहे हैं तो warm ही रहेगा tropical region. The warm waters, the average temperature of the corals is approximately 21 degree to 27 degrees centigrade, which is the temperature required. Okay, where they provide habitat for the marine ecosystem. So this is the correct answer. If you are writing these all the three things, then yeah, you'll get 2 marks. Describe the symbiotic relationship between corals and zooxanthellae. Okay, now zooxanthellae is nothing but the algae. It is nothing but the algae. Question number, that is the D. It is an algae which is named as zooxanthellae. Now, what this algae does is, this algae lives in a symbiotic relationship. It lives in a symbiotic relationship with the coral. This algae, it protects the coral. It protects the corals from the excess sunlight. Excess sunlight. And in turn, the coral will provide the algae with the necessary nutrients. So, this is the relationship between the coral and the algae. The E part. What role do corals play in the overall health and structure of a coral reef ecosystem? If you see, this answer lies over here. The reefs host a diverse assortment of marine organisms. Species of various shapes, sizes, colors seek shelter and food amidst the corals. This means the corals also provide nutrients not only to the algae but also to the different species which are present in the marine life. So they are also dependent on the corals. The most important thing, what the coral does is, it secretes a chemical named calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. This chemical, calcium carbonate, is used to clean the water of the sea. It clears the water. It clears the water. So this is the answer for the question number 5, that is the E. Okay. The next question is, find the antonyms of the following from the passage. The first one is simple. From the passage, if you have read the passage carefully, then the opposite, antonyms means opposite. Okay. Simple का opposite क्या है? It is complex. Okay. It is written here in the paragraph also. If you can see, I'll just here it is. Complex. Okay. Yes. The next is nothing but your central. Central means nothing but one. We are talking only with one thing, central person or the central thing. The opposite of central is diverse. Diverse. These are the antonyms which were asked. We'll see the next question, that is the G part. This was the E part. Let's see the G part. The G part is nothing but they are asking for the synonyms. Okay, means the similar meaning words. Finally. What is the similar of finally? It is nothing but eventual. Okay. The second is fragile. Fragile means what? Fragile means कोई भी चीज मतलब जो बहुत नाजुक है. Okay, very delicate. Okay, so here the meaning of fragile is nothing but you can write vibrant or delicate also. Okay. Charming. What is the opposite of similar word of charming? Is nothing but the captivating. Charming का मतलब होता है कि बहुत fascination, उसको देख के बहुत अच्छा लगता है. ठीक है. You get a different vibe. Captivating is the similar meaning or the closest meaning of charming. Okay. With this, if you have written these answers, whatever I've told you, and also the meanings, then you are correct. You'll get full marks. Okay. So we have completed our first question. Now we'll reach to question number 2. Okay. Read the poem and answer the questions that follow. First, we'll read the poem. Okay. God must be regretting he created his favorite to spread his message on earth and be a servant to all. Man has proved him wrong. He wants to be nothing but taking. He is spreading the worst disease. and it is shattering God's dream. Greed births all the diseases that can poison any bond. Built around love and trust, today man has been distanced from God. Greed has made man calculate profit and loss. In everything that he does, God must be regretting. Okay. So when we read the poem, हमको एक बात समझ में आ रही है that the poet or the writer is trying to tell you that God has made this world and the we humans have just deteriorated the entire world. हम लोगों ने इस दुनिया को खराब कर दिया है for our selfish reasons. Okay, for our greed, and we are not stopping. Okay, so God is nothing but it has been the central character, and he is regretting that why did I make this world, because today's people, instead of staying in harmony, they're going at wars, they are using other people for their own selfish reasons. Okay, so this is the overall crux of the poem. Let's look at the questions. So question 2, the very first question: give a suitable title to the poem. You can give any title. Now there is not a definite answer for this question, but if we read the poem, we are able to understand that the title of the poem would be somewhere around God and human, and the thing which he is explaining, that is the greed or the selfishness. There are 4 to 5 words which you can include in your title, that is greed, God, human, regret, selfish. These are the words through which you can make a meaningful title. For example, I can give you a title which is nothing but the downfall of humanity, or God's creation, a regretful plan. This can also be a title. Okay, or it can also be God's creation. God's creation. It can be downfall of humanity. It can also be the purpose of life, because God is talking about what is the purpose of humans, what are they used to, what they should do for their living, how they should live and contribute towards the world. But the purpose is missing somewhere, and people are using other people or the things in the nature for their own selfish reasons. So these can be the possible titles. Okay, so the very first question, there is no specific answer for this question. Different students might write different titles, and that is okay. Okay, B. Yes. Are personification and metaphor used in the poem explained in 30-40 words? Okay, so if you see in the this thing entire passage, you can see that personification is nothing but personifying one entity as a person. Now we haven't seen God, nobody has seen God. Okay, but here God must be regretting. The very first line, if you see, God must be regretting. If you see here, it has been written, God must be regretting. So here God has been used to personify as a human. There is a difference between God and human, right? A figure of speech personification means that to personify anything or an object like a living thing. Okay, to give the qualities of a particular thing to other thing. For example, if I want to give a quality of a man to a table, so that is nothing but I'm personifying that table with respect to a human or a man. So with this, God has been personified in the place of human. So this first line is nothing but the personification. You can write this first line also. Okay, so the next question, metaphor. Okay, there is one more thing in the question, that is the metaphor. Metaphor, first of all, personification we read about. The first line of the poem you can write, first line of the poem. Second is metaphor. Metaphor is used for comparison between two things. When you compare two things, that time the figure of speech metaphor is used. Now in this poem, we can see that greed births all the diseases. If we see over here, it is written, greed births all these diseases. So this is nothing but greed is nothing but it is related with the diseases. So this is a metaphor over here. Okay. One more thing is that poison any bond. Poison any bond. Here also two things are compared. So it is nothing but metaphor. Calculate profit and loss. Profit and loss calculation with respect to what? A human's ability, a human's existence. What in what way it is being profited and in what way it is being lost. Okay. So this line can also be used as a metaphor. Okay. So I hope question number 2 has been solved. So the C portion, we'll see. What is the central idea of the poem? Explain in 30-40 words. The central idea of the poem I had told you at the beginning of the poem only, that uh, how God made people and what was their purpose. But the humans in today's life have just lost the purpose and they are just selfish, using things in the nature for their selfish reasons, cutting trees, poisoning the nature, and also using each other and fighting, going at wars and not living in harmony. There is no type of help in the society. Nobody helps each other. So this is a type of society in which we are living. So this is the central theme of the poem. Okay. And this has become like a disease. It is also been told in the poem that this type of behavior has been the disease which is spreading very in a rampant manner. Okay. Yes. The D, the C answer I gave you. Next question is nothing but identify words or phrases where there may be errors in the poem. Okay. Now the poem, overall the poem is good, but if you want to purposefully find errors, then we can find one error, that is means we can write in another way. For example, look at the second paragraph, this paragraph. Here we can see, man has proved him wrong. He wants to be nothing but taking. He wants to be nothing but taking. We can also write it, he wants nothing but want to take. But want to take. We can write this sentence as, he wants to be nothing but want to take. We can write this statement like this instead of using two ings, nothing and taking together. This is correct, but as they have been asked a question that you should mention an error so that we could provide an answer. Okay. So the D option, the D question number D, we have solved. Next question, that is the E1. What kind of person do you think the poet is? Base your answer on the poem given. Okay. Now, if I ask you that what type of a person the poet is, then according to me and according to everyone, it should be like the poet loves humanity. Okay. The poet is connected with God. He knows his purpose. So the poet is a purposeful person. Okay. He knows the purpose. He knows why he is here in this world and he wants to serve the humanity. So he's a humane person. He wants to live in harmony. So he's a peace, kind person. You can use the word benevolent over here. Benevolent is nothing but which means kind. The synonym of benevolent is kind. He's a kind person. So you can write here, he loves humanity, or he's humane. You can say, you can write, he loves God. He has faith. He's faithful, purposeful, kind. This is the type of person the poet is. Okay. Next question. F. Next question. Find the words from the poem which could mean the opposite of the following. We have to find the antonyms. The very first word is restricting. The opposite of restricting is nothing but, huh? What is restricting? Restrict means what? किसी चीज को रोकना. हाँ, उसका opposite क्या हो सकता है? Spreading. Spreading हो सकता है. We can write ना spreading. अरे हाँ या नहीं? We can write spreading also. Okay. Destroyed. Built. You can write built, or you can also write created. Look over here. Created. Spread. There are words in the poem, right? So from the poem only you need certain words. Okay. Yes. So we have solved the section, that the section of reading section has been done, the section A, and I hope that you have solved all the questions correctly. Okay. So we'll be solving section B now, that is the writing part, which is of 50 marks. So I'll just discuss the writing part with you. What would be the content that you should write, and I hope that you have written all the things carefully. So I won't be I will be just discussing that what would be the content in the writing part, and then we will immediately go towards the grammar section. Okay. So the section B is writing. So here the question is, you are Gargi Sharma, a student of class 9th residing in Chandigarh. Write a letter to the editor of The Hindu on the future you envision for India in 2013, about 175 words. If you see that this question is for 15 marks and you need to write a proper letter in 175 words, 175 to 180 words. So how would be your start? You'll start by structuring your letter first. You'll write your name over here. The question 3, you'll write on the left hand side, you'll write from, comma, your name, your particular name, then your address, then your city, state, and your pin code. Then onwards you'll write your date. Afterwards to whom you're writing, to the editor. Yes, we will write the subject, but afterwards to the editor, the Hindu, the editor's address over here, and then you'll write the subject over. Okay, this is the subject. Subject is nothing but envisioning India 2030. The question is envisioning India, future that I envision for India in 2030. That would be the subject. Okay, and then after the subject, writing the subject over here, you'll continue with the same in the same, dear sir or madam, or respected sir or madam, comma, and you start writing with, I am Gargi Sharma and I live in Chandigarh, and this is I study in this class. This would be the first paragraph, and from the next paragraph you'll start the letter, that what do you envision. Now the what all points you'll include, that how do you envision India in 2030. The point should be with respect to the technology advancements, what all technology India should achieve. You should also address the point of, if you see the problems are in India are like the secondary sector is not evolving, that is the manufacturing sector. So you should write down that the manufacturing sector, we should build more industries. There is a section of unemployment in India. So how you would increase the employment in India? By going in the villages. There is water scarcity problem in India. So how you would reduce the water scarcity when you go into the villages? There is a problem of electricity. There is a problem of climate change, pollution in India. So how will we reduce the carbon dioxide content which we are just pouring outside, or which we are emitting outside the which we are emitting in the atmosphere via the vehicles or the generation of electricity? How we should shift towards sustainable development, how you should utilize your resources. These should be the points you should include. And last but not the least, how by doing such advancements, how the growth of human beings happen, what is the our development index. Because if we see, there is a lot of health issues also in our society. in our Indian society. So you should focus on health also. Okay, so health issues, then education. You can include education, the education in India. So all these parts you should include, and you should write a proper letter with respect to your topic. Okay, so this will include all these sections. And how do you see India in 2030? Okay, so I have told you what all things you should mention. If you have mentioned all the things or even some of them, then your letter is correct and you'll get good marks. Okay, the next question, that is the question number 4. Write an article about 175 words on exploring the rich cultural diversity of India, a journey through festivals and traditions. Okay, if you see, you have to write an article, okay, in 175 words on exploring the rich cultural diversity of India. Now, what do we understand by rich cultural diversity of India? A journey through festivals and traditions. Now, now culture, if we see culture, culture is it's a very broad term. Culture basically depends on geography. Culture depends on geography of a particular area. For example, in India, in the southern India, there is a culture of eating rice. There is a culture of making things from rice because the geography of that area permits to grow rice only. Okay, so the culture of over there of or even a tradition, or you can say any festival. In their festivals also, with the food they eat, it is nothing but made up of rice because that area is has been permitted by the geography to grow rice only because there is no such type of winter climate over there. In the northern India, if you see, they grow wheat, so they eat chapatis. Okay, so in all of their festivals, whatever festivals they celebrate in the northern India, they will use food which contains wheat. That is culture. Okay, so culture depends on geography. You can start your article by this line, that culture depends on geography. And also you can mention the rich cultural diversity of India, like the traditions in India, what happens in the northern India, the western India, eastern India, and the southern India. You can discuss different cultures. You can write about different religions also, because there are different religions, right? In India, there are many religions which people practice and how they live together in despite the diversity of India. There is a lot of cultural diversity in India. Even then, the people are living. They celebrate festivals. You can name certain festivals in the different parts of India. Like in the north, they when they harvest, they celebrate different festivals. Like in the eastern region, they celebrate Kal Baisakhi. Then they celebrate Pongal when they harvest. Then afterwards, there are many such festivals. Sankranti we celebrate. We celebrate Eid. We celebrate Ganesh festivals. We celebrate Shiv Jayanti. There are many such festivals where the culture of India is shared in the entire world also, and in the entire India also. There is people to people contact also. People from all parts of India do not just see other people from India and uh, they found them deceptive. This is not the culture in India. We always if even we know that this person is an Indian, then we will immediately help. There is a you can say a fraternity in India, a sign of fraternity in India. Fraternity means bhaichara. Okay, brotherhood, we term it as. So even wherever you go, people will respect you and also respect your religion and culture. So you can include all these things in this in this article, and if you have included, then you'll get good marks. Okay, so the question number 5, we will solve the question number 5. Write a paragraph each on any two of the following topics in about 80 words. These there are 3 topics given over here, and you need to write a paragraph on any 2 topics. I'll discuss all the 3 with you. Okay, first of all, the first topic is actions speak louder than words. If you see this topic, the topic itself says that the actions speak louder than words. What all things you can include? Look, there are many people in this world who only speak, they do not act. Now, when everyone wants, every single individual on this planet wants you to believe in them, whatever they say. Even I want that whatever I'm saying, that you believe in that. So how would you believe when I'm saying or when I do something? Okay, so if you say that I'll become an army officer, but you're doing nothing for it to become an army officer, then there is no action. Means you are just boasting, you're just doing show off by saying things. When the people will believe you? When you actually act. Whatever you're thinking, you are implementing in day-to-day life. So how actions speak? There are very small actions. You can write your daily routine also. You can mention your daily routine in this paragraph. That how do you wake up? That when do you wake up? What do you do the very first thing after you're waking up? Now, all these things, that when you act, when you take proper actions, it is building your personality indirectly. So, in order to make people believe in you and even you getting success, you need to act first. Okay, on whatever decisions you take. So these are the things which you can include in this paragraph. The first one we did. Second one is nothing but the value of perseverance. Now, first of all, what is perseverance? Perseverance is nothing but that grit to stay connected towards the goal. Many people in this world are like, if they envision a goal in their mind but they are unable to achieve it, they get tired. Okay, they get tired and they leave the job in between. So perseverance is nothing but no matter how hard it is, no matter how how many times you have failed, no matter how many times you have fallen, you should still be connected towards your goal. So when you are connected towards your goal, that shows the grit, that shows your determination, that shows that you will embrace all the challenges, challenges, and you'll move ahead. With this, you'll also get the personal life experience. You'll learn, you'll grow. That okay, for suppose a person fails 10 times, then he knows why should we take it in the negative sense, that okay, I failed 10 times, no, what should I do? I should quit this thing and I should turn on to something else. This should not be the thing. You should also you can also convince yourself by saying this, that I know the 10 different ways through which this thing can't be achieved now. Okay, you can mention all these things in your paragraph. So this is nothing but the value of perseverance. The third is nothing but it is better to travel than to arrive. Now what can we write in this specific statement? It is better to travel than to arrive. The thing which they are mentioning and they are asking you to write is nothing but it is about the journey, not the goal. Now, many of you are preparing for the RIMC, Sainik School, Navodaya. The highest students are preparing for ND examination, CDS examination to get into the armed forces. So they are in a journey. They have a goal, but there is a journey for that goal. So the line itself mentions to describe that you should enjoy the journey rather than the goal. Because once you reach the goal, your objective is achieved. But what about the journey? So it is saying that it is better to travel than to arrive. Traveling means learning from the journey, because when you travel, there are many hurdles you are going to face. You'll fall. You'll get that conception that okay, I should not do. You'll get demotivated. So you can write all these things in this specific sentence. Okay, that what all things you'll get experience from different things. If you are attempting a particular thing, you are making new friends. So that is a journey, right, towards the preparation and towards the goal. So when you reach towards the goal, when you look back, it is nothing but a chain full of experiences. There are a lot of experiences you got to tell to your students, you got to tell to your parents, your family, your friends, your children in future. So all these things you can write in the specific paragraph. Okay. Okay, now we have completed the fifth question also. Let's go towards the sixth question. Okay, question number 6. If you look at the question number 6, they have shown you a picture. I'll just zoom the picture for you. You have to look at the picture given below and write a story for about 150 words. I hope the picture is visible. I want you guys to see the picture first. Now, basically, the picture is of a volleyball match. Okay, if you see, there is a net in between, and the picture is self-explanatory that it's a volleyball match. Now, how can you write a story on such picture? I'll just give you the certain highlighted bulletin points on through which you can write a suitable story. Now, when you write a story, you need to introduce a character first. Okay, first what you'll introduce a character, his name. Now it's a group, right? It's a group, but you are writing a story. A story always has a hero, right? that means a central character is there always in a story, around which the story revolves. But there should be a central character. A character has a name also. Okay, a character has a name, a character has its age, and a character has a particular profession. Profession can be anything. That person might be a student, that person might be a working employee, that person might be a businessman, that person might be anything. It's your story, right? So you'll introduce the character, his name, his age, and what he's doing currently. As you are in the ninth standard, so you can consider yourself as the main character, and you can also write the age, uh, whatever your age is in the when you are in the ninth standard or the 10th standard, and also you can name the profession as a student also. So how the story will go? As it's a volleyball match, you can consider yourself as the captain of the school volleyball team. Okay, you can consider yourself as the captain of the school volleyball team, and you got to know from your coach, you got to know from your coach that there is a inter college inter-college competition. Okay, so what did you do after knowing this? Now, as a captain of the volleyball team, what you'll do, you'll first look at the players. Okay, you'll you'll just print a notice, you'll put it on the notice board. Okay, afterwards selection you'll select a team, you'll call the interested students for the selection on the weekend, and then what you'll do, you'll select with the help of the coach, you'll make them practice, build their stamina. Okay, you yourself will be a part of this, and afterwards you'll play practice matches, and then you participate, and the result would be you might win or whatever position you might. Now it's your story. If you feel that your team has won, then you can write that won the match. This would be a decent story on this particular picture. Okay, so if you have written something like this or anything which is close to this, then you are correct, and then you'll get good marks. Okay, so I hope we have solved this question also. The section C consists of grammar, and we will be solving the grammar part now. Okay, okay, so we'll solve the grammar part. I just read the questions for you. Okay, the very first question is nothing but the question number 7. Question number 7 ka A part. Okay, transform the sentence into a complex sentence. Okay, only the most obedient student in the class can do this work. Now see, there are 3 types of sentences: simple, compound, and complex sentences. When you turn a simple sentence into a complex sentence or a compound sentence, you basically add a conjunction. Okay, you use conjunctions over here, and when you add a conjunction, then the sentence has been changed from simple to complex or from complex to compound. It depends. Okay, now in this sentence can be converted. Only the most obedient student in the class can do this work. Now we can convert this statement in this way, that is none but, I add a conjunction, I did add a conjunction over here, none but the most obedient student in the class can do this work. If you have written like this, then the statement is correct. Okay, so in the changing of sentences, you just have to add a conjunction, but you should know that where I should add a conjunction. Okay, or if from complex to simple sentence, if the question has been asked change the sentence from complex to simple or from compound to simple, that time you should remove a conjunction. Okay. And you should make a sentence which is very simple. Okay. We'll move towards the next question, that is the B part. Turn the sentence into a compound sentence using the given instructions. Okay. Yesterday being a pleasant day, we decided to go out. So, how will I add a conjunction over? I can write this sentence this way. Okay. It was a pleasant day. It was a pleasant day yesterday. So, I add a conjunction. I did add a conjunction. So, we decided to go out. Okay. This sentence can be written, can be turned into a compound sentence by this way. Okay. Third question. Rewrite the sentence as a simple sentence. We do not know where your brother and his friends are. Now we need to convert this sentence into a simple sentence. Okay. Now where you found a conjunction? We do not know where your brother and his friends are. Now look, the conjunction and here is used to connect two things, brother and his friends. So we can't remove this and because there are two different entities. Okay. So we can't remove this and, but we can remove one thing, that is where. We can change the where from whereabouts to whereabouts. Okay. So we can write this sentence as we don't know, we don't know the whereabouts, the whereabouts of your brother and his friends. This is a simple sentence. Okay. Okay. Yes. The next question is nothing with the question, sentence D, the D part. Change the sentence into indirect speech. Raghav said to his wife, let's admit our children to some other school next year. Now see, indirect speech. Indirect speech does not involve commas. This is a reported speech question in which you are trying to say the same sentence which the other person has said. This is nothing but the reported speech. For example, I am speaking a sentence now. Okay. I'm speaking a sentence now. And if someone wants to tell whatever I've spoken, then he will use an indirect speech. Okay. Which is known as the direct and indirect speech. Always remember, the direct speech is written in inverted commas. How to understand that whether the speech is direct or indirect? Direct speech is always written in inverted commas. Okay. And indirect speech is never written in inverted commas. Okay. So we'll change the sentence. So first of all, we'll just read the sentence once again. Raghav said to his wife, let's admit our children to some other school next year. Now, if you see, Raghav said to his wife. Now Raghav is suggesting something to his wife. Okay, so we can write like this, that Raghav suggested his wife that, always remember, whenever you convert a sentence from direct to indirect, you use the word that. In many cases, there are certain cases where you don't use, but in many cases you use the word that. Raghav suggested his wife that I remove the inverted commas. That now where is you need to also look at the this thing. What are the pronouns over here? You need to change the pronouns also. Okay. Raghav said to his wife, let's admit our children. Okay. So Raghav suggested his wife that they should admit their children. You need to change the pronouns also. So I change the pronouns, their children, to some other school the next year. Now, three things you need to change. First of all, you add that. Second thing, you change the pronouns. And the third thing, you change the tense in the direct conversion from to the indirect conversion. Okay. So here, the next day is nothing but the thing which is given. So it is nothing but the following year. The following year. Next year will become following year. Okay. So this is the correct answer for the question D. Okay, I hope you have written like this, and if you have written, then you are correct and you'll get full marks. Convert the sentence into direct speech. Joshila asked her husband if he had met her father the previous day. Now see, this is an indirect statement which has been given. Now we need to convert it into direct speech. As I have told you that direct speech is always in the inverted commas. So Joshila said, it is nothing but asked her husband, no? It will be said to her husband, comma, and then I will put inverted commas. Okay. What is the tense? If he had met. Now this had is nothing but the past perfect tense. And in the direct speech, if there is a statement in the past tense, simple past tense, then we convert it into past perfect tense. Now we need to convert from indirect to direct. So it is given past perfect. Then we will convert to simple past. Okay. Joshila said to her husband, did, or you can also write that Joshila asked her husband, comma. This said to can also be written as asked. No doubt. Okay. It can also be written like this. Asked her husband, did my father, the previous day it is written, I'll write yesterday. I'll write yesterday. And I also add a question mark and an inverted comma. This will complete my entire statement. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. Okay. The direct indirect speeches. Okay. The next question, we'll move towards the next question. That is the F1. Form a negative sentence as instructed. He fails to tell what he should sometimes. I need to construct this sentence into a negative sentence. Okay. Now, how can I construct into a negative sentence? I can also write this as sometimes he does not know. It's a negative sentence. He does not know what to say. It means one and the same, na? I have not changed the meaning. He fails to tell what he should sometimes. Sometimes he does not know what to say. That is okay. Here, he fails to tell what he should sometimes. It was a positive affirmative sentence. Here, there is no negative word is used. But here, I am using not, does not. So this is the proper sentence that can be made from this statement. Okay. The next question will go. Transform the sentence into an exclamatory sentence. Your painting is so beautiful. Now this, your painting is so beautiful. You need to convert this statement into an exclamatory sentence. You can also write this statement as, what a beautiful painting you made. What a beautiful painting you made. Exclamation. This means one and the same, right? G. H. Revise the sentence into a positive affirmative form. No sooner did the watchman arrive than he ran away. Affirmative means what? It means positive. So the positive statement of this particular question is nothing but, as soon as the watchman arrived, as soon as the watchman arrived, he ran away. Okay, this is a positive sentence which can be made. I part. The I part is nothing but, change the sentence into active voice. Why was I not informed of the matter earlier by them? Now, you know that what is active and passive voice. In active voice, we write the subject, verb, and object. But in passive voice, we write the object, verb, and the subject. The object is reversed. Okay. In the active voice, we write a sentence normally. That is the subject, the verb, and the object. But in the passive voice, what do we write? We write the object first. We write the subject after verb afterwards, and then after that we write the subject. Okay. So we need to convert this sentence into active voice first. So this is given in the passive voice. How will I convert into active voice? This sentence can be written as, why didn't they inform? Why didn't they inform me about the matter earlier? The matter earlier. This might be the possible answer. Okay. J. Convert this sentence into passive voice. I don't know that he was your friend. I don't know that he was your friend. This sentence can be written as, I was not known, or it can be, sorry, it is not I, it was not known to me. It was known to me that he was your friend. See, first, here it was written as, I didn't know. What did I do? I just shifted the this one, the first part, that is the subject into object and the object into subject. Okay, that's how I converted into the passive voice. Okay, so this is the this was the thing. We solved all the questions. Now this is a very interesting topic over here. Identify and provide the names of the grammatical terms or particles in the highlighted word in the following sentences. Now basically what you need to do here is, here you need to basically tell them the parts of speech of the highlighted words. If you can see, I'll write, just highlight the words in red, and you can see in, here in, then move, and forward, Argentina, down, and down. You need to read the sentence and you need to tell me that in what part of speech comes over here. There are 8 parts of speech, as you all know: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, and interjection. Okay, you need to tell me that what is the word. Okay, so I'll just solve this for you. The question number 8, A person, the point A, please come in. In here is not a preposition, I'll tell you. Okay, if you read the sentence correctly, come is nothing but a verb, and there is no object mentioned after in. So in is emphasizing on come. Okay, and when something emphasizes the verb, that time it is an adverb, or gives more information about a verb, that time it is known as the adverb. So here in is adverb. Okay, the second sentence, B. He lives in Mumbai. If you see over here, look, there is a verb over here. There is a verb, and after in there is Mumbai. So Mumbai is a noun, and in is emphasizing noun. And when someone gives more information about noun or a pronoun, that time it is nothing but a preposition. Preposition. Here it is a preposition. In. Okay. She must move forward. She must move forward. Now see, here they have written move forward. Moving is nothing but it is action, and action means verb. So here move is nothing but verb. Okay. She has been a forward for 5 years. Okay. She has been a forward. Now see, before forward, there is an article written a, which is an indefinite article. Here, forward means a noun, because forward denotes position. Position is nothing but a noun. And you might have also read about articles. Articles हम लोग हमेशा noun के पहले लगाते. Okay, articles are always used before a noun. And here forward is a noun because a is used over here. And forward denotes position in this sentence. Okay. Next question. The forward movement of my vehicle could not be seen by them. Now here, if you see the forward movement of my vehicle. Now here, if I see, movement is nothing but a noun. Sorry, a verb. Movement is a verb. Okay. Here the movement of my vehicle. Here the forward word is emphasizing more about the vehicle. Vehicle is a noun, and When something justifies a noun or a pronoun, that time we term that word as an adjective. So this here, the forward is adjective. Might confuse you, but this is how it is. Whenever a word emphasizes a noun or a pronoun, that time it is nothing but an adjective. In the very first sentence, the forward के पहले एक article लगा था a, और article हमेशा एक noun के पहले लगता है. Here the forward denoted position. That's why it was a noun. In this sentence, the forward is an adjective because it is emphasizing a noun. Okay, and that's why forward is an adjective over here. F. Again, if you see, you can forward the mail to my new address. If you read the sentence, you can forward the mail to my new address. Here, the forwarding the mail means action. That means you need to make an action. Forward the mail to the other. What is the sentence? You can forward the mail to my new address. That means someone is telling you to do something. Okay, so here the word forward means verb because you are making an action. You are doing something on the computer or the laptop and you are forwarding the mail. So with respect to this sentence, forward is nothing but a verb. Okay, three different sentences but the same word which has been underlined but in different sense. Okay, here the forward means verb. Okay, next, what a beautiful painting. Sorry, Argentina. Sorry, I read a different this thing. The G part is Argentina was able to down France in the final. Now, Argentina over here is nothing but a noun. It's a proper noun, right? Any name, place, animal, thing we have read from class second, third. Okay, that any name, place, animal, thing is nothing but a noun. This was very easy. The lift will go down immediately. Okay, if you see, will go down immediately. This down, no. It is not a preposition over here. Will go down. It is emphasizing the verb over here. It is an adverb. Whenever a particular thing is emphasizing a verb, it is an adverb. Here it is an adverb. He had to go down the road to find a ship. Again, the down over here is an adverb. Because these both are denoting directions. And adverbs are of different types. This is the type of direction adverb. Okay. We ask the question where. There are 5 questions: how, where, when, how often we ask, and how much. These are the 5 questions we asked to. If we ask this question and the answer we get, that time it is known as the adverb. Simple. Okay. So where is the question you need to ask over here? Last question. The network was down for some time. Okay. Here the down is denoting the network, and network is a noun. So here down is nothing but an adjective. It is an adjective because down is giving more information about network, and network is a noun. And when someone gives more information about a noun or a pronoun, we have read that it is an adjective. Okay, so all the parts of speech we have completed. Okay, yes, we'll move towards the next question, that is question number 9. Question number 9, you have to identify the figures of speech. The first question, Usain Bolt is faster than cheetahs. Now see, uh, no, it's not a metaphor. It is not a simile also. It is a hyperbole. Why it is a hyperbole? Because Usain Bolt is faster than cheetahs. Now this is usually used when you exaggerate something. Now Usain Bolt is not faster than cheetahs. Cheetahs are more faster. They are more fast, sorry. But here we have exaggerated to make someone more superior. So it's an hyperbole. Next, Prakash is the Virat Kohli of our class. Here we are comparing. So comparison means what? Metaphor. Okay. Virat Kohli is not a bad cricketer. This is known as the litotes. The uh, figure of speech litotes. Now, why when we use litotes? Litotes are used when we use a negative sentence to highlight the positive part of a particular person. Now, this sentence is negative. If you see, Virat Kohli is not a bad. There are negative words in this, but we are indirectly making Virat Kohli positive by this sentence. When we do such thing, that time we term that as a litote. Okay. He is as old as your father. When this is done, as old as, that means it is a simile. Okay, it is a simile. She sells seashells by the seashore. There is a there is a repetition, or you can say the similar words, a tongue twister type. That time we term this figure of speech as the alliteration. हाँ, जब सेम वर्ड रिपीट होगा तब रिपीटेशन होता है. यहाँ पे क्या है, सिमिलर साउंडिंग लेटर्स है. What is the statement? She sells seashells by the seashore. So it's a type of tongue twister. If you repeat it frequently, then you might twist your tongue. So this is nothing but your alliteration. Okay. Okay. We'll move towards the next question. That is the question number 10. If you have attempted this, then you'll get full marks. Write the idioms, phrases, or phrasal verbs which mean the following. Okay. Now we have certain things over here. I'll just write here only for you, so that it would be very easy for us. Okay. To be surprised, you can write idioms, phrases, or some phrasal verbs also. You can write. To be surprised, you can write. Now again, this question might have multiple answers. So it is not fixed that one person has written this, the other person has written different. If your meaning is correct, if your idiom or the phrase is correct, you will get full marks. Okay, irrespective of the answer. So to be surprised means nothing but, you can write this taken aback. You can also write caught off guard. This is off. These are the possible things you can write to be surprised. Resemble. Resemble का मतलब होता है to take after or to look alike. You can write look alike, or you can also write take after. This is a phrasal verb. You can write for that. Postpone. When do you postpone something? You can write the phrasal verb here, put off. When you put off something, that means you are postponing something. This is a phrasal verb. You can write delay. Defer. Defer means to challenge something and to pushing it forward. Okay. Yes. Chase. You can write run after. Run after something means chasing, right? Or also you can write pursue. When you pursue something, that means you are chasing something. Okay. Afterwards, you can write a wicked person who pretends to be a friend. What do you write? You can write a snake in the grass. Snake in the grass. Okay. You can also write wolf in the sheep's clothing. This is a particular idiom you can write, and many more idioms which are just similar. A person who spoils others' happiness. You can write jealous. Okay. You can write one more thing, that is any of the idiom you can write if that is similar. Faint or lose consciousness. Fainting means what? Blackout. You can write blackout also. This is a phrasal verb. Okay. Remember. What you can write for remember? Keep in mind. You can write. We always say keep in mind. You can write keep in mind. You can also write recollect. You can also write call to mind. Stop making an effort. That means give up. You can write give up. Give up is nothing but a basic example which we use in our day-to-day life. Give up. Okay. So these are the answers for the Now this particular part might have different answers also. So if you have written a similar answer, then your this is correct. Your answer is correct. Okay. Okay. We'll move towards the next section. Rewrite the following using correct tenses. Okay. Now if you see over here, she cooked food right now. It is written she cooked food right now. Now whenever a thing is happening in now, we write in simple present tense or the continuous tense, which is happening right now. So we can write it as she cooked food can be written as she is cooking food right now, because she's doing it na right now. She is, so हमारा यहाँ पर क्या आएगा, continuous tense आएगा. She is cooking food right now. Okay, this is the correct answer. He is writing something since morning. Now it is nothing but is writing since morning. So when we are doing a particular thing from a considerable amount of past, that time we use a perfect tense. ठीक है, हम लोग परफेक्ट टेंस यूज करते हैं. तो यहाँ पर हम लोग इज है सिंस है, मतलब हम लोग यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस यूज करने वाले. ही हैज बीन राइटिंग, क्या आएगा, ही हैज बीन राइटिंग समथिंग since morning. Okay, this would be the perfect tense. She is playing football every day. No, हम लोग कब लिखते हैं कंटिन्यूस टेंस, हम कब लिखते हैं, जब कोई चीज अभी हो रही है, इट इज हैपनिंग इन नाउ. सो शी इज प्लेइंग नहीं आएगा, शी प्लेज फुटबॉल एवरी डे. शी प्लेज फुटबॉल एवरी डे. द मूवी हैज स्टार्टेड 3 minutes ago. द मूवी हैज स्टार्टेड 3 minutes ago. देखो, हाँ, नो, 3 minutes ago ना, it can be written one thing has been done ना, it has been started. तो हम लोग सिंपल पास्ट में लिख सकते हैं. we can write simply the movie started 3 minutes ago. इसको सिर्फ निकालो, हैज को निकाल दो यहाँ से. तो मूवी स्टार्टेड 3 minutes ago, इट इज ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट. हैज कब लिखते हैं हम लोग, अभी स्टार्टेड है यहाँ पर, मतलब पास्ट टेंस में बात हो रही है ना, तो हैज तो नहीं आएगा, हैड आना चाहिए. बट हैड भी कब आता है, जब एक चीज कंप्लीट हो जाती है पहले और दूसरी चीज शुरू होती है, तब हैड आता है. ठीक है, तो इधर हैड भी नहीं आएगा, तो सिंपल पास्ट में ये टेंस आने वाला. ओके, माई ब्रदर केम होम वाइल आई डिड माई होमवर्क. नाउ दिस सेंटेंस इज रॉन्ग. it can be written as my brother came home while I was doing my homework. So while I was doing my homework, this is grammatically correct. Okay, ठीक है. Yes, next question number 12. Fill in the blanks using correct, or you can say the appropriate modals. When he was young, he dash play football with his friends every afternoon. Do you know what are modals? Modals are nothing but can, could, shall, should, must, might, may, used to, although. Okay, all these are nothing but modals. Okay, modal auxiliary verbs बोलते हैं हम इसको. When he was young, he dash play football with his friends every afternoon. You can write over here he would. You can also write used to. Both are correct. Okay. Rani suggested that they dash stay indoors. Now it's a suggestion, so you'll write here should. They should stay indoors. You dash come to school tomorrow. It is compulsory. Now it is compulsory लिखा है ना, so it is something must. So you'll write here must. You seem to be tired. Dash I make tea for you. Now here you should write I. इधर I है ना, I के साथ हमेशा shall लगता है. क्या लगता है? Shall. Always remember, फर्स्ट पर्सन के साथ शाल लगता है और सेकंड एंड थर्ड पर्सन के साथ विल लगता है. यू अटैच शाल टू द फर्स्ट पर्सन एंड यू अटैच विल टू द सेकंड एंड थर्ड पर्सन. ओके, सो हियर द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी शाल. यू डैश जस्ट एज वेल गेट अ बेटर जॉब नेक्स्ट वन. यू मे, बिकॉज इट्स अ हाइपोथेटिकल कंडीशन ना, नेक्स्ट मंथ की बात हो रही है. यू मे और यू माइट, बोथ आर करेक्ट. ओके, both are grammatically correct, you can use. Okay, so I hope आप लोगों ने ये किया है, and if you have done then it is correct. Question number 13. Answer the following questions. What is the plural form of sheep? Very easy. sheep का क्या है भाई plural form? sheep ही होता है. sheep is nothing, sheeps नहीं होता, sheep ही होता है plural. Noun form of irritate, it is irritation. Noun form है ना, irritation. नेम द टाइप ऑफ सेंटेंस यूज्ड टू एक्सप्रेस अ कमांड और रिक्वेस्ट. भाई टाइप्स ऑफ सेंटेंस होते हैं अफर्मेटिव, इंपरेटिव, ऑप्टेटिव, एक्सक्लेमेटरी. तो जब कमांड और रिक्वेस्ट कोई सेंटेंस में होता है, दैट टाइम वी टर्म एज इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंस. इट इज इंपेरेटिव. ओके, नथिंग बट imperative. Rewrite the following sentence in the present perfect tense. He will be a teacher. किसमें लिखना है हमको? प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस में लिखना है. प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस मतलब क्या आने वाला है? हैज या तो हैव आएगा, बट ही लिखा है तो ही के साथ क्या लगता है? हैज ही लगता है. तो मैं क्या लिखूं यहाँ पर? ही हैज बीन अ टीचर. ही हैज बीन अ टीचर. ये हो गया मेरा टेंस. ओके, सही है ना? ही विल बी अ टीचर को हम लोगों ने प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस में कन्वर्ट किया, तो इट विल बी ही हैज बीन अ टीचर. ठीक है. What is the opposite gender of goose? Let me tell you, the opposite gender of goose is gander. क्या होता है? Gander. Okay. So with this, we have solved the entire English paper of the RIMC, which was conducted yesterday, and I hope that everyone has given their best, and whatever we have solved, you have attempted it correctly. Okay. Any doubts? You could reach out. Thank you for being there, and see you next time. Thank you.